In January 1995, the MBA class at the International Institute for Management Development in Lausanne, Switzerland, was set a new challenge by the faculty. The challenge was to form ourselves into self-selected teams, dream up an imaginative project, and execute it by August of that year. The only stipulation we were given was that it must benefit members of the community outside of IMD, and the only resources we had available were our collective enthusiasm and imagination. 9 students from a class of 82 quickly formed themselves in a team of 9, united by a desire to do something constructive to help the suffering of the children in the former Yugoslavia. The project, which became known as A Smile to Remember, was born.
Although students, members of our team, have an average of 6 years' work experience in the international business community, with representatives from 7 different countries, our year out of the business world has given us a unique opportunity to devote our energies to non-profit oriented activities and at the same time forge a stronger link between the business community and humanitarian pursuits. Our initial brainstorming resulted in a number of well-intentioned but frankly impractical ideas to help the victims of this senseless war in Bosnia. However, we were fortunate to get advice from professional organizations like UNHCR in Geneva, who helped us focus on what we could realistically achieve given our limited time and resources. For example, it became clear that the best way of reaching children from all ethnic groups was to target refugee camps in Croatia, where families from Bosnia, Croatia, and even Serbia find shelter, sometimes in combined camps and sometimes in camps dedicated to one ethnic group.
In March 1995, we contacted a children's theatre group, DKO Childrens Theatre, in Osijek, Croatia. They're a professional troupe of actors and actresses dedicated to theatre for children. We saw an opportunity through this group to bring some fun into the refugee camps, if only for a short time. Whereas the children in these camps are well catered for in terms of food and shelter and clothing, they desperately lack activities to stimulate their hearts and minds. The theatre gave us a chance not only to relieve the monotony of life, but to bring some laughter back into the camps. For 2 weeks in July, therefore, we toured Croatia, visiting 13 refugee camps and giving 18 performances to about 2,000 children of different ethnic groups, with the objective of bringing some happiness to these children. This tour would not have been possible without the generous support of our sponsors. What you are about to see is a short compilation of video footage taken by us on that tour in July. The tour A Smile to Remember, covering 13 refugee camps, started in July 95 in Pula and then moved on through Savudrija on the Slovenian border to camps in and around Rijeka, followed by performances in the old Roman city of Split, then Makarska, and finally to camps close to the ancient coastal citadel of Dubrovnik, now rebuilt after the bombardments suffered in the early 90s. From Dubrovnik, the tour then returned northward with performances in Orebić and Zadar. Both on the road and on site, the evidence of 4 years of violent conflict was plain to see. However, the damage to society inflicted by the so-called ethnic cleansing and the bitter divide between the different communities of the former Yugoslavia was less superficial and more ingrained in the minds of the people. In the camps we visited, as we have said, the inhabitants were catered for in terms of shelter, clothing and food, supplied by a combination of international aid organizations and the government. But conditions are far from ideal. Refugees are accommodated in a number of different types of camps. Temporary makeshift settlements such as caravans and porter cabins, as well as more permanent accommodation such as disused housing blocks and hotels long since abandoned by tourists.
Hier gibt es 1100 Flüchtlinge. Das sind alles Kroaten aus Bosnien, von Kapa, aus Kapa. Circa 30% ist Kinder, Schulkinder.
But you know, hotel is not a place where you can grow your child. I have two children, my boy is 13, the girl, she's over there, is 9, and they were 5 and 9 when the war started. And it's very hard to grow up children in a hotel.
Life in the camps is characterized by monotony. Some children in this camp in Pula had been resident for more than 4 years, representing in many cases over half their lives. There is little in the way of activities designed to stimulate their minds, and while schooling is available, adequate education is limited. While some of the children who are of Croat, Bosnian or Serb origin are with their parents, others have had to leave their fathers behind in Bosnia or have lost close family members. They have all had to leave their homes behind. The boredom and frustration often manifests itself through aggressive behaviour, instances of which we observed on a number of occasions.
What town, grad?
Sarajevo.
Sarajevo?
Yes.
To je Sarajevo, Bosnia?
Yes.
And how long have you been here in Split? Koliko godina in Split?
Godina.
3?
And how long have they been here in this camp?
Ja sam 3,5 godine.
3.5 years, 4 years.
4 years.
Ja 4,5.
4 years.
And what do they remember of their homes?
A čega se sjećate od vaših kuća? You didn't forget nothing from our home.
Ja znam svoju kućicu.
I know my house very well. I didn't remember.
Bija nacrta svoju kuću.
He has drawn his house like it used to be a picture, yes.
I mi smo u školi crtali.
In schools they have also.
Djeca mi je rekla da je prava, skoro pa isti Jana.
His father says that it is like a real
What do they miss most?
Šta vam najviše nedostaje?
Samo da ga nisam a ja imam mi pravimo sada pas mi nedostaje.
My home and his dog and his teddy bear.
It's funny.
In recognition of this situation, we saw an opportunity through the medium of the Children's Theatre not only to stimulate the children's minds, but also to bring some laughter back into the monotonous routine of daily life in the camps. The mere arrival of something new in the camp aroused their curiosity and enthusiasm. The Children's Theatre performed 2 plays. The first scenes you will see are fragments of The Witch's Wedding in the Commedia dell'arte style, followed by scenes from the well-known fairy tale Little Red Riding Hood.
šalma. Zove šalma. Ne, vidi kako hajde. Hajde. Sveće onako lijepo kao što ne.
Kakve dražesne nogice! Margaretina, ti si nešto najljepše što sam u životu vidio.
Svakako da sam najljepše! Ođerajte više me jaj!
Kakva navla! Mišići moj!
It was tremendously rewarding to witness at first hand the transformation from the shy, subdued and slightly nervous children on our arrival in the camps to the animated, excited and smiling children we left behind after the performances. It was but a brief moment of respite for the children, but judging by their reactions, the impact of the theatre was clearly felt. These are some of the thoughts of members of the Children's Theatre group.
I am Rosalina, but my name is Alexandra Tolnarić. I work in this theater 5 years. Mi smo već imali prilike igrati predstave za izbjegličku djecu, to je bilo još za vrijeme rata. I igrali smo za osječku djecu koja su bila dislocirana iz našeg grada na moru i bilo je isto vrlo uspješna turneja. Ali ova turneja je nešto posebno, nešto što nam se još do sad nije dogodilo. Makar naporno radimo, presretni smo što vidimo zadovoljstvo i uspjeh na dječjem licu. A vama zaista hvala što ste nam to i omogućili. Našoj djeci naravno.
Hello, my name is George Dukic. I work in theater 10 years. During the war, theater work every day, and we are so happy to have this tour with your group. And since till now everything is okay and everything is happy. Okay, it's not.
Been in their camps there for 3 or 4 years, and that's almost half of their lives they are spending in these camps. But they still remember their houses, their homes, their friends.
Likewise, do you hear any comments from the administrators of the camps about the visitation of the Children's Theatre?
They were all very pleased, and they want to have more such performances.
Do you see opportunities to do this kind of tour for refugee camps in the future?
Always, the problem is always money. We are professionals. We didn't charge any costs of
for our theater for this, but the bus, the accommodation cost, that all depends. I'm very happy for this tour, very happy and pleased with all, and I want to thank you for your efforts you made to make this tour possible. I know that it wasn't easy to come and to get money from sponsors. That's not easy, neither in Western Europe as well as not here. I know that that's always difficult because my job is also to raise money here, and therefore we are very grateful that you enable us to do it. And in the name of these children also, thank you very much. And I hope that you have seen not just these refugees, children, etc., but that you can see the whole situation here in Croatia. We didn't have much political discussion about the situation on purpose because we want you to see in your eyes how the situation here and what is going on, if you can understand it at all.
My name is Ivica Lucic. I am an actor from DKO Childrens from Osijek, a children's theatre from Osijek. I work this job only 2 years. I very like to do this. My job is very nice, but a little bit hard sometimes, as my friends now can see it. We are very wet after every hour performance. I'm very glad that I can feel somebody from outside Croatia cares about us. I want to thank you to everybody who do it. This mission is I think needed. Children for who we play our performance, they need a little smile for Remember.
The team, A Smile to Remember, are indebted to the companies and individuals that follow for their generosity in supporting this project in many ways, and especially to the Children's Theatre, DKO Childrens Theatre, for making this tour possible.